It is uncertain whether Hurricane Lee will be making landfall in Florida. This storm is currently located in the Gulf of Mexico heading northeast in direction. While it is unclear if Florida will bear the brunt of this storm, it is possible if the storm continues its current trajectory. Wind speeds are forecasted to reach as high as 90 miles per hour and create heavy rains over the southeastern region. Low-lying areas and those near the coasts are especially vulnerable in extreme weather conditions such as hurricanes. Due to this risk, the state of Florida as well as local communities have prepared for the worst by getting sandbags and preparing evacuation plans. In the event that Hurricane Lee does hit Florida, predicted impacts include storm surge flooding, heavy winds, and intense rainfall. People from key cities along the coast such as Miami and Tampa could be affected the most as these areas are more prone to flooding. The flooding could lead to the disruption of services such as water and power as well as cause extensive damages to properties. Since this storm is expected to move fast, it may pass through Florida without making landfall, or it could make landfall creating more destruction. In any case, forecasters recommend preparing for the worst scenario, which is making landfall in the southern regions of Florida. This means that residents and business owners should stay alert and take necessary preparedness steps such as stocking up on supplies. Emergency management services are also closely monitoring the erratic behavior of Hurricane Lee and will update citizens as needed. If you live in an area that is in the path of this storm, you should plan to evacuate at a moment's notice or even take shelter in some areas. Additionally, you should check any local advisories for further information about Hurricane Lee and see if it will be hitting the Florida coast. Despite the uncertainty of this storm, the possibility of it making landfall in Florida is still a threat that all citizens should take seriously. Hurricane Lee is a dangerous and unpredictable storm that could bring wide-scale destruction if it hits the state of Florida. That is why it is best to plan ahead and take precautionary measures that will help mitigate any damages that may happen. Attempting to ride out the storm in your home is strongly discouraged and may lead to further damages or loss of life. It is important to stay informed of any significant updates as this storm heads northward in the Gulf of Mexico. With Hurricane Lee moving quicker than anticipated, it might be a matter of time before it reaches the coast of Florida and make landfall. All counties within Florida should know what is expected of them if the storm does make landfall, as some may get more severely affected than others. The destruction and damage that this hurricane could bring to the state of Florida could be devastating if proper preparations are not taken. It is essential that all Floridians understand the risk of this storm and do whatever they can to protect themselves and their loved ones. Be sure to have all the supplies that you need in the event of an evacuation or event of a power outage due to Hurricane Lee. Numerous safety measures can be implemented, such as creating sandbag walls, securing outdoor furniture, and boarding up windows.